Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Larry Chapman. I'm a partner with Clayco. I'm really excited to be here and be part of this fantastic project. I'm not going to give a big speech today, but I am going to get to introduce a group of speakers that, without which this project just simply wouldn't have happened. They all played a pivotal role in bringing this together, and we're now at the point where we're sticking a shovel in the ground and can build really an exciting project. This is my favorite part of every project. It's where we get to go from a couple of years of work and stick a shovel in the ground and watch a project materialize in concrete, steel, and glass, and really create a building that I think is going to become the gemstone of the Richmond CBD. So it's really a great day and a happy day for me. That said, what I'm going to do is introduce a terrific visionary fellow and a guy that I'm proud to call my partner. His name is Bob Clark. He's the chairman and CEO of Clayco, and he's the guy who leads our charge everywhere we go. So, Bob, if I could get you to come on up.
Wow, visionary. Sometimes I just feel good to just get up in the morning. I'm blessed, right? So it is exciting to be here. And I have a great team. The Colliers folks did an amazing job putting McGuire Woods together with us. But really, these projects are public-private partnerships. And you can't do them without the public, without the community, without community involvement, and without really strong leadership in the city. And so I generally like to save my comments for the ribbon cutting because while Larry likes this part, breaking the ground, I feel a lot safer bragging at the ribbon cutting than I do at the groundbreaking. But I can brag about our team, the architects at Forum Studio, our partners, our local partner, Junior Burr at Canterbury Enterprises. We couldn't have a better partner to build the project with. And again, I just want to tell you this has been going on for about a year and a half. We've been working with McGuire Woods, Ken Johnson, and the city of Richmond, and we're building projects in 25 cities across America today. We have not had a better experience with a community and with the city than we have in Richmond. We're really tremendously excited. We're tremendously excited to be part of an emerging city like Richmond right now. And we really see Richmond with a very bright future, and we're glad to be part of it. So without further ado, I'd like to bring the leader of the city, the mayor, Dwight Jones, my friend and partner in the project.
Well, thank you so much. What a great day for the city of Richmond, and it is an emerging city, and today we have another addition to our beautiful skyline, a substantive addition to our skyline. Now, some people have said that I am resistant to change, but I've had to change the way I go home from work because of this project. But we're delighted. I'm willing to do that in order to have this progress take place. It's a highly visible project right in the middle of our urban core. We believe that it strengthens our downtown and it's going to bring significant economic benefits to the city. One of the jobs I have is to attract new business, but also to retain business. And we wanted to retain McGuire Woods to make sure that we had these high-profile, high-quality jobs right here in the city. And I can't think of Richmond without McGuire Woods. And so we're delighted that we're here today and able to retain this business downtown, although we don't think they were going anywhere in the first place. But we're glad to have them stay here because we wanted them to be happy as they stayed here. I also want to just give you a few numbers here. 812 construction jobs with more than $50.7 million in wages. Over 1,600 permanent jobs if we can get the building, when the building is completely leased up, 40% minority participation, cumulative tax revenues of $117 million over the next 30 years. So to me, it's a win-win situation. It makes an awful lot of sense. I want to thank a lot of people who made this possible. It's been a pleasure to work with Clayco. It's a class organization, and it's been a pleasure to work with them. It's been a pleasure to work with Richard, George, and Ken Johnson. Thank you so much for your participation. And let me just give some kudos to my team that worked on negotiating the deal led by Byron Marshall and all of the members of my staff. Thank you so much for a job well done. Another great day in the city of Richmond. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure now to bring up Richard Cullen.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to really thank Clayco and the mayor's office. It's a very exciting project for McGuire Woods. We are as tickled as we can be. It's really the first time I've experienced anything like this, and relied very heavily on Tom Cabanis and Bob Couture and George Martin and others in our firm to make sure that we did this thing right. And I think we are very confident that this is not only a great day for the city of Richmond, but also for McGuire Woods. So thank you all very much. And I'd like to ask Charles Samuels to come up now, the president of the Richmond City Council. Thank you so much.
I'm so proud to be here today. It's amazing to think that we accomplished so much in the public and the private sectors to make this happen in what to me seems like an incredibly short period of time. For those of you that have been working on this since 2011, it may not seem that way. But I want to thank McGuire Woods, I want to thank Clayco, I want to thank the administration and my fellow council members for all working together. You know, for a long time it seems like the reputation of Richmond has been that nothing gets done, everything drags along. And when you look at what's been accomplished in the last 4 years with new schools being built, the Redskins training camp, and this building all coming up, it's an incredible time to be in Richmond. You can see the change in the cityscape of the city, not just with new buildings going up, but with 13,000 new residents in our city in the last 12 years. We're one of the fastest growing areas in America right now, and it's because of the leadership of Dwight Jones, the willingness of our public and private partners to work together to find solutions that keeps Richmond moving in the right direction. Thank you all again, and thank you, McGuire Woods, for staying in town.
Time. I do want to ask Ellen Robertson to come up. She's the fine leader of our district. I guess it's districts in Richmond. Our councilwoman, Ellen Robertson. Come on up, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Fabulous opportunity. I know that the street patterns and so forth is creating a great opportunity for everyone to really experience what's happening here on this corner. And I want to thank all of the developers. I want to thank McGuire Woods for their willingness to stay in the city of Richmond, even though the mayor said they probably weren't going to leave anyway. He's probably right about that. There are some folk that are just a part of Richmond and they couldn't leave if they really wanted to. But I'm really excited about the fact that it's called the Gateway Plaza. As the representative for the 6th District, it's often referred to as the gateway to Richmond because in so many ways it welcomes people into the city of Richmond. And I want to thank you for the orientation of this building, the wonderful design, because what you have done so well is that you've provided a really state-of-the-art architectural building that creates a gateway when you come from the south side into downtown Richmond. So this is a fabulous day. Richmond is a marvelous place to be. Thank you, Mr. Mayor Jones and your staff for all of the work that you've done to make this a reality. And so let's break ground.
Thank you, Ellen. Before we put some shovels in the ground here, I do want to just take a moment to thank a couple of other folks. There's a lot of people who are involved in this project. There's a lot of thanks that need to go around, but there was a handful of people that were down in the trenches with me every day. Of course, the city staff. I mean, everybody in the planning department, public works, the economic development group, and the city councilor's office, who had to roll up their sleeves and do gobs and gobs of work. And they were all led by Byron Marshall, who I have to tell you is the finest city administrator I've ever come across. And if I had a city to run, I would call him up for sure. Also on my side of the table, I had some great partners in Hersher Fleischer, led by Brian Jackson. He went to countless meetings with me and walked through a lot of corridors to get a lot of this work done. My friends at Sands Anderson, Dan Siegel, had some great advice and some great strategy that was really helpful to me in getting this thing figured out. And then our friends at Thompson Coburn from St. Louis, who just are in the trenches with us every day all over America. And that's just really fantastic. So I didn't want to finish the day without thanking those folks. We've got a ton of other local partners, the people at Timmons, and you're going to see a lot of partnerships created with this project and lots of local people involved in this project. It's going to be a lot of fun. We hope to do a better job than anybody has ever done in including the minority businesses in this town, and so we're really excited. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for today. I got to invite a few folks over to my right, your left, to put a shovel in the ground, have a few pictures taken. Thank you all very much for coming.